Hi everyone, this is the first video of a series of videos done by TCS Online in lieu of the upcoming management case study sessions happening in November 2021 and February 2022. And in this first video, I will be carrying out an analysis into the introduction, or I would be providing an introduction into Frinta. And if I give you an indication about the type of products manufactured by Frinta, there are two main product categories. The first product category is with regards to manufacture of heating controllers, and the second product category is with regards to the manufacture of smart speakers. And in this video, I will be covering all the information pertaining to manufacture of heating controllers carried out by Frinta. And if I give you an indication about the remaining videos which I'm going to carry out, in video number 2, I will be covering all the relevant information pertaining to manufacture of smart speakers. In the third video, I will be going through the internal dynamics of Frinta, thereby covering the company operations of Frinta. And in video number 4, I'll be carrying out a financial analysis based on the financial statements provided by the examiner of two companies, that is Frinta and its closest competitor, Yipburn. So if I give you an indication about the type of services provided by our institution, you can log into our website, which is www.studyatTCS.com, and through by logging into this website, you can gain access to free content and material which we had prepared. And on top of that, you can look at the other product categories which we are offering as well. And we had prepared 5 mock exams, which exam standard, covering all syllabus areas, and the type of syllabus areas which are covered will be discussed in the second, third, and the fourth videos. This analysis is carried out based on a annotated pre-scene prepared by our tutors handling the management case study sessions. And on top of that, we have our own learning management system, which can be used to access these mock exams, and you can attend these mock exams under real exam conditions. And we provide professional and comprehensive feedback, which would enable you to easily pass the management case study exams this time, as well as in February 2022. Okay, so before we proceed with the pre-scene analysis, let's look at the COVID-19 statement provided by the examiner. So the examiner is advising us to ignore the pandemic and assume that business occurs as usual. All right, so let's move on to the introduction of this time's case study. Frinta is a quoted company that manufactures controls for central heating systems and electronic devices that form the basis for smart homes. So Frinta is a quoted company. So in other words, this is a listed company. So the share price reflects investor confidence. Possible areas which can be tested are with regards to stakeholder management, segmental reporting, IAS 33, financing options, as well as corporate governance. So all these areas are covered in the 5 mock exams which we have prepared. And since this is a manufacturing company, P2 related areas can be tested with regards to cost management techniques. And again, I have to reiterate that this area is covered in one of our mock exams. Frinta is based in Westland, a developed country that has a strong economy and whose citizens have a high standard of living. So operating in this type of a country offers significant business opportunities for Frinta. And the currency of the country is $. And the country uses International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRSs. So these things are covered under F2. And if I give you an indication about your role, you are supposed to play the role of a finance manager at Frinta's head office. So note that you can be required to address any issues within the scope of P2, F2, and E2 syllabus areas for examination purposes, regardless of the job description. So you need to have a good understanding about all three syllabus areas. So I would actually invite you guys to go through our revision cards, which stipulates the main syllabus areas which are tested in the management case study. And if you go through our mock exams, you would see that all these syllabus areas are covered in our 5 mock exams. Then I'm trying to give or provide an indication about Frinta's history and the type of products it manufactures. Frinta was founded in the 1970s, so we can see that the company has been in existence for in excess of 50 years, which shows that the company has significant industry exposure, as well as company is in a position to understand industry trends and control the market, because it had been operating in the market for a long period of time. And since its inception, the company was involved with manufacturing components such as thermostats to control domestic central heating systems. So we were in the domestic central heating system market. We were manufacturing domestic central heating systems, and Frinta patented a new type of thermostat, which shows that the company since inception has been driven by innovation. And this innovation imperatives are highlighted later on in the pre-scene as well. So I will tell you when we arrive at these areas. The company started to manufacture these devices at a time when there was a significant boom in the construction industry. So we can see that the company has exploited an opportunity which was created in the market. And looking at the types of products manufactured by the company, mainly the company started manufacturing heating controls since its inception in 1970s. Frinta's early products were essentially mechanical devices that controlled gas-powered central heating systems. Individual radiators also had mechanical thermostats that controlled the flow of hot water that was piped from the boiler. So that's what we were doing initially. Frinta then expanded its range to operate electric heating systems. So when market dynamics changed, Frinta changed its business operations as well, thereby sticking to its brand reputation with regards to innovation. All of its products were designed to be attractive as possible because they were intended for home use and also as easy to operate as possible. So these are the brand values of Frinta. These are the two main areas Frinta tries to achieve. Area number one is they are trying to make sure that they design attractive heating controllers, as well as area number two is with regards to ease of use. They are trying to make sure that consumers can easily make use of the products manufactured by Frinta. And the company rapidly became the largest supplier of domestic heating controls within Westland. So this is the largest supplier of domestic heating controller in Westland, or this is the market leader. And two key features for which Frinta is known for are with regards to attractiveness and user friendliness. So please bear this in mind. These 2 points are repeated on multiple occasions within this pre-scene, and I'll be covering these areas in video number 2 and video number 3 as well. So please bear in mind that we strive to achieve attractiveness as well as user friendliness when trying to sell our products, as well as when designing our products. Frinta invested heavily in product design, adding features such as mechanical timers. So we can again see that the company has moved with time, and they have been innovative since its inception. The user interface was a key element of any new design of the company. Frinta was quoted on the Westland Stock Exchange in the early 1990s. So for the past 30 years, we had been listed in the stock exchange, which is a significant strength because when we are listed in a stock exchange of a country for the past 30 years, it brings us added reputation, positive reputation, as well as it improves our professional image or the level of professionalism as well. Its range now includes controllers for hot water heaters and air conditioning systems. Again, the company had pursued innovation, changing with times. Frinta has been at the forefront of incorporating new technologies into its design. So innovation can be considered as a critical success factor for Frinta. Most of Frinta's devices are now smart, so they have adopted smart technology as well, meaning that they can connect to a household's home Wi-Fi system and can be operated by an app downloaded to a smartphone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. So again, we can see the innovation drive of the company. Frinta's app makes it easy for households to program their heating systems to suit their lifestyles. And Frinta remains Westland's leading supplier of controllers by revenue. I highlighted that point earlier. And it also has significant export sales, primarily to developed countries. So we are exporting our devices manufactured within Westland. We are exporting them to developed countries. So Frinta is the market leader in the heating controllers market in Westland. And on top of that, since we are exporting, this highlights a significant strengths of the company. And on top of that, an F2 related area can be tested with regards to IAS 21, and IAS 21 is covered in one of our mocks as well. And these are there are several major competitors in the market. Their products are significantly cheaper than Frinta's, but they are also much less sophisticated. So that's very basic. Their products are not as sophisticated. Our competitors' products are not as sophisticated as ours. So because of that, it's typical that their price would be lesser than ours. There is still demand for inexpensive controllers that do not have the smart features used in Frinta's latest range. This is possibly due to lower cost for the buyer. So a certain portion or a certain segment of the market would always rely on cheaper products. So that's pretty basic. So there are controllers or manufacturers of controllers which are cheap because of the lower level of quality. However, if you look at Frinta's products, they are of high quality. Because of that, we are charging a premium price. Indeed, there are still manufacturers who produce mechanical controllers that are similar in design and construction to those that were made by Frinta when it was founded in 1970. So there are competitors or similar manufacturers who had actually who are trying to replicate what we are doing. Why? Because we are the market leader. Then Frinta's heating and ventilation controllers are sold through building supply companies that resell them to heating engineers, plumbers, and builders. Okay. Now, the examiner is giving us a hint about a possible area which can be tested in your real exam. Frinta will also accept bulk orders from large house builders who are prepared to order 500 units or more. So, if we sell directly to large house builders rather than going through building supply companies, we are getting rid of an intermediary. Because we are getting rid of an intermediary, we can generate significant profit margins if we sell directly to large house builders. And Frinta's controllers must be installed by qualified professionals. So normal customers cannot install these devices at their homes. When it comes to installing these heating devices, definitely it needs to be installed by qualified professionals. An amateur installation could cause the controller to malfunction, thereby damaging Frinta's reputation. So the examiner is giving us a hint about significant risk or a threat Frinta can be exposed to because of this issue. So it's of utmost importance that we ensure that always qualified professionals are involved with installing our devices within certain individual's home. And on top of that, based on this area, what I can say is an F2 related area with regards to IAS 37 can be tested. which is about provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. And there's a separate question in one of our mocks covering IAS 37. Printer markets its controllers heavily through advertising in trade magazines and online in various websites aimed at relevant tradespeople. Okay, so the examiner is giving us a hint about how we carry out our marketing. So when we are involved with carrying out our marketing initiatives, we are focused on advertising in trade magazines and in websites aimed at relevant tradespeople. Whom are we focusing on? Tradespeople. Why? Because we are a B2B seller of these devices. Okay, so we can see in line with B2B selling, we can see B2B marketing being pursued by the company, which makes sense. And Frinta does not advertise to the general public, so we are not advertising to the general public. Why? Because we are a B2B company. There's absolutely no point of promoting or advertising our products to the general public, because that entails a B2C situation, that brings about a B2C situation. We are not a B2C company, we are a B2B company. So that's exactly why we are not advertising to the general public, because homeowners rarely specify a particular brand when they are replacing or upgrading. Yes, definitely homeowners are not aware about heating controllers out there. It would be the contractors who would know about these things. So instead, Printer relies on contractors for recommendations that meet their needs. Not Printer, actually, customers rely on contractors for recommendations that meet their needs. So a key member in Printer's business ecosystem are the contractors, because if we have a collaborative relationship with the contractors, then definitely these contractors would make sure that they fix our heating controllers within homes of customers. So there's absolutely no point of carrying out marketing initiatives focus on the end customer. It's better to focus on contractors when carrying out marketing campaigns. All right, so that brings us to the end of the first video. As I told you earlier, I said that I will be providing an introduction into the company Frinta, and on top of that, focusing on information pertaining to heating controllers and how we manufacture them. Then in the second video, which is going to be the next video, I will be focusing on smart speakers. And in the third video, I'll be giving you guys an in-depth evaluation, or providing an in-depth evaluation about the company operations of Frinta. In the fourth and final video, I'll be carrying out a financial analysis. So I invite you guys to go through all these 4 videos to gain an in-depth understanding about Frinta and its operations, as well as its closest rival, Yipburn. Thank you very much for joining in.